Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. This is the first time in a long time where I actually had to sit there and do the video again because I was practically sitting there trying to recap this whole story. And, what I realized is that, well, nothing really happened in this episode. Well, that's not true. One thing happened in this episode. One thing happened in this episode, and that's with the Liz thing at the end. And it bothers me because we're finally getting to what Liz's trauma may be. Scotty was there to get his nose checked out, and he says something to Liz. And, you know, Liz, I guess she was like picking up a vibe or whatever, and she kept thinking about what Scotty was saying as far as like something had to do with her parents. You get this flashback of Liz arguing with some woman, talking about leave her parents alone. And I think it probably had something to do with her accidentally um, knocking some woman down the stairs. And it may, and this is the reason why I'm so strongly believing in this theory. When she saw Peter at the bottom of the stairs, she had that look. And I think that look was from trauma, from way back when she was, I don't know, a teenager or something. And I guess in some ways it might, I mean, her parents are, I'm not even going to get into her parents are. But maybe this is the reason why they treat her so terrible. So we're finally getting to the root of, what's going on with Liz, which is great. I just wish it didn't take like another 3 weeks because I feel like it's going to take another 3 weeks before we start to get to the bottom of this. And we're finally finding out why Finn is driving this whole, why he's pushing so hard for Liz to get help. When Gregory was like, when he said to Gregory about how he felt like he failed his ex-wife. Because Gregory was like, yo, listen, you need to sit there and stop pushing. You need to sit there and give her boundaries, give her space. If she wants you, she needs you, be there for her, but you got to sit there and back off. You got to give her boundaries. And I 100% agree because besides, the concussion that she gave Chase and the whole stair incident, she's been fine for the most part. And so I'm like, bro, you may want to losing her because you're trying to push so hard to save her because you felt like you couldn't save your wife. So I thought that was good. That was some good insight. This is one of those good scenes where Gregory didn't actually annoy me. I'm not feeling the whole, I guess what they call banter between Gregory and Alexis, but when he's sitting there talking with his sons, there were some really good scenes. So there's some good scenes, and then there's some very questionable scenes. I'm talking about the scene with Chase, and I guess the little fashion montage that they did to sit there and try to get him a good, to get him a new look, a good look. And then towards the end, Ned was like, hey, listen, I got something for you. I'm a genius. I'm really sitting and help you out. So I was like, okay, cool. We sat through whatever that cringe level was. What is your grand plan, Ned? Grand plan was to have him come out there in a black shirt that's open and just shows his hair, his chest and his chest hair. And then that was the look. Tell me I sat through whatever cringe fest that was to sit there and see. Okay, sure. I guess that's what passes for as comedy, but whatever. Victor and Valentine have been having the same goddamn conversation for about 3 weeks. Victor is still paranoid that Anna may be sniffing around. She's dangerous. She may be getting too close. She may be discovering what we're doing. Our family's all in chaos and blah, 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 blah. What is new, Victor? What do you want him to do? You want him to dump her, to kill her? What do you want? I don't I swear. It's like their conversation was just so. Ugh. Um. Then you had the conversation with Lucy and Anna wants to know where's good old Marty. And Lucy's not happy with the fact that Anna practically drove him out of town because he didn't want to sit there and be blackmailed. But with that being said, Anna's like, all right, cool. I guess you'll do it until he gets back. So I've been feeling like Anna's gonna sit there and blackmail Lucy to sit there and try to get some sort of information out of Martin. And she wants to know the truth, and she's not gonna stop until she finds the truth. So it's not like Victor's fears are not warranted. But I'm like, well, are you just gonna sit there and kill her? Like, I seriously, and that's another thing. If he's so worried about Anna, why don't you just sit there and take her out? I mean, you had no problem sitting there literally trying to kill Laura for the same thing. So why not just take her out? I mean, it's one more body. What's the difference? So Maxie comes to Britt and is, Cynthia telling her that, don't worry about your Spinelli's problem. It's been solved and everything like that. But, now she wants to know what's going on with Britt and Cody and is, they're going to have another date. And she just has that sigh like, oh, I don't know. There's a lot of drama. I'm like, Britt, why are you acting like going on another date with him is like a chore, like cleaning your house or something? Like, if it's so much of a chore or hurt or so much work, then why don't you just sit there and say no and be good? The problem is you got Max and you got Liesel that keeps pushing for her to like get out and meet new people and not get all hung up on Jason. But I'm like, it is actually okay to be single. Like, y'all ladies is sitting there acting like, and granted, they both got boyfriends. So clearly she has to be with someone. And how she even later on in the episode, she even comes over Cody's place and is like, why should I sit there and give you one more chance? I'm like, Cody, why the hell are you sitting there taking this for? Why should I give you one more chance? Why? Like, I get that this woman is pretty. Well, okay, let's be honest. She's good looking. Okay, she's kind of hot. But like, I just. And I think he even got to a point where he was like, all right, so you're going to sit there and tell me to kick rocks or you're going to give us another chance? I'm like, why is everyone making this like it's a damn chore? I don't get that. Oh, and by the way, because I'm late to the party on this one, and granted, I found this out, I think last night, like around like 9:45, that she's leaving. She's leaving to go on, I guess that Grey's Anatomy spinoff show. I'm just like, I got two shows, this and Superman and Lois, where two actors are just leaving the show. I'm like, what the hell? And, now this is one of those things where it's like, are they going to recast her? Or are they going to kill her off? Because let's think about this. They literally had this man drop from the skies to be with her. Now, granted, he does have a backstory as far as the bells and everything like that, and Dominique's son. And I'm going to be honest, I've read people's comments, and they definitely helped me catch up on it. But I'm just like, well, bro, I mean, you're getting upset with Scotty for something that he didn't even do. Like, really? I have no idea what they're going to sit there and do with this Brit storyline. I feel like they're going to probably want to recast her, and it's going to be a little rocky. And to be honest, it's going to be a little rocky. She's been playing that character for quite a while, and it's a shame that she's leaving. Whenever I see actors leave a soap opera, for some reason, I guess it kind of bothers me a little bit. It's like you're leaving a daytime show with a consistent paycheck to go on another show where you have to audition, and then you gotta hope that the show, doesn't get canceled. And in a year of cancellations like no tomorrow, is it really a risk you want to take? I don't get that, but whatever. Dante is suspicious of Cody, thinking that he's still hiding stuff. Especially after him attacking Scotty. But my whole thing is like, when Cody was like, "Listen, I'm not gonna sit there and causing trouble for you or your family or anything like that," and I'm like, we're forgetting one thing. Not the stuff with the Dominique and his past and his grudge with Scotty for some odd reason, but what about with Miss Wu? And she did sit there and say that he still owes her a lot of money. Is that ever actually going to sit there and get addressed, or are we just going to act like that just didn't happen? I mean, besides the fact that I just miss Miss Wu in general. But when he said that, I was like, that's not entirely true. So I wonder when that's going to come into play. Hmm. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of missing some stuff, and that's because I did this video twice. And I did this video twice because this episode just didn't work for me. It wasn't a bad episode. Well, it was a boring episode because like nothing happened. This whole episode felt like a filler. I felt like the episode yesterday was much better than this one, which is a shame. Um, and that's the thing that's kind of a shame about this show sometimes, that this show has great characters, and I don't think there's one character that I do not like. I can't think of a character that I don't like. Hell, when Henry first, no, when Stella, yeah, when Stella first arrived, I couldn't stand her. But over time, I actually liked her. And the same thing with Gladys. They have some really, out of all the four shows that I watch, and Days is definitely my second favorite, even with their cast. But I love these characters. I just wish that episodes like this, when you have Victor, you have Anna and Valentine, and Lucy comes in, you would think it would be a better episode. Because these characters in their own rights are amazing. But the episode, you know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't really go anywhere. You know? I don't know what's going on with the actor that plays Marty. Maybe he's on vacation or something. Um, or maybe not. I have no idea. But it was like, it was a scene that just went nowhere. A lot of these scenes went nowhere. And even the I don't know, fashion montage was just like, what are we doing? Don't get me wrong. I know in, I guess, theory, that not every episode can be great. Okay? I've realized that, and because I realized that not every video that I make is going to be great. But still, and sometimes, I'm not, and I feel like just to end of the review, I feel like sometimes lately, I've been doing these videos, and I'm just like, what is going on? Like, numbers wise. And I'm thinking, like, was the episode bad? Was my video bad? A lot of times when I do these videos, my reactions, my energy, or whatever comes from the show. The episode's good. I'm bouncing off the wall like I had three bags of sugar. I had to really sit there and watch what I had to say. I don't do that. But my point is, I feel like lately these episodes have been like, eh. And with that being said, I feel like some of my videos have been like, because you know what I'm saying, like my reviews matches the shows. So if the show isn't really good, then it's like my talking point is not really. I have nothing to work with. That's pretty much what it comes down to. Um, I don't know. I think about that sometimes. But, I don't know. It can also just be me. I have just so much stuff going on in my head. Anyway, that's the reason why I had to sit there and do this video again, and why it kind of took a little bit longer to do it, because I'm just like, what in the hell am I going to talk about when damn near nothing happened in this episode? But that is the challenge, and that is the fun. There were also things that had more fun talking about this episode than whatever the hell it is that they were attempting to show me. So that's good. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Um, Again, I'm going to be sitting there doing live stream Sunday at 6, and that's assuming most likely I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Because I'm sitting there thinking, like, well, Saturday I'm going out for my birthday. Even though my birthday is on the 22nd, which is a Monday, I'm going out Saturday. And I'm like, whenever I go out, I usually wind up with a hangover. And I'm like, if I have a hangover, I'm not going to do it. But I think I'm actually going to be, responsible since I do have work next day. So, yeah, but I'll definitely sit there and post the time of when I'm going to do my stream. And I want to thank everyone for even just coming on the stream last time because it was a lot of fun. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe, and I will see everyone in the next video.